XCR375 H&H Mag doing a video response to relocating for the SHTF prepper. Let's see. Why am I moving out of California? First reason is just the cost of living. For the amount of money that I'm paying for where I'm at in Los Angeles, I was able to get a better place and a better location, less crime, for pretty much half the cost. So, one, that's pricing wise, just for rent and for housing. Two, it is just better quality of life. Best way I can say that is just even when I'm calling up people out where I'm moving to, out into Nevada, to get utilities turned on the new place. People on the phone are actually very friendly, and they don't mind spending 5-10 minutes having a conversation with you, and are very polite about it, and joking, and pretty much just kind of, shooting the shit with you for a little bit and giving you information about the area and telling you what it's like, and it's nice. It's going to be a bit of an adjustment for me because I live in Los Angeles, where everybody is just so freaking rude and they give you the finger just, shopping in the store. They cut you off when you're trying to get into the checkout line and give you the finger. So, whatever. So I guess that would go back to quality of life. Number three is, like I said, I'm moving to Nevada, and that is, I'm tired of the state of California infringing on my rights. Pretty much, state of Nevada is like, you're an adult and you're responsible for your stuff. I mean, it's just kind of like what my property manager said, is if you break anything in the house, short of a major defect in the house, pretty much, you fix it, or you pay somebody to come in and fix it. Certain stuff in there, such as if electrical goes out or plumbing goes out and it's not your fault, you don't shove a freaking, buckwheat or rice down the sink and, cause it to back up. It's pretty much personal responsibility. And I'm not going to have an issue with that because wherever I've lived, I've always treated the place as if it was my own. And, treated it appropriately. And I've actually improved the landlord's place is where I've lived. As when I've received them, I've always left them in better condition, cleaner, additional add-ons put onto the house. I've improved the property value for them, so I've always gotten my full security deposit back. Anyway, I'm going down to a separate line of thought here. Regulation. California has so many regulations on everything. If I want to order a rifle scope that can see in the dark, the IR illuminator must not be an active IR illuminator for a night scope. It's illegal to have it shipped into California. I found that out the hard way through Amazon. I said, we can't ship this to you. Some penal code that they gave me. So, what the hell? Just too much regulation here in California. Another thing is just too many damn people here in Los Angeles. I go down to the local Big Five to pick up some shotgun ammo or some skeet, and I almost get into 4 car accidents with people pulling out in front of me or cutting me off. I mean, just several weeks ago or months ago, a lady in a little Mazda Miata pulled right out in front of me. I drive an SUV, an older SUV where they still have metal in them, and if I didn't stop, and thank God for ABS, I would have gone right over her ass and creamed her. And that's just going 3 miles down the street. So, just too many people on top of each other. and setting the SHTF aside, it's just you have a population center that is ready to explode with violence and so forth and so on. People are just not nice to each other, and they don't want to help each other out. Going back to my first thing is just talking to the electric company and the gas company and the water company. The people on the other end were really nice. It threw me off, and it just blew my mind. And even my property manager, real estate agent, I mean, heck, a few simple questions I had, I ended up being on the phone with him for an hour shooting the shit. So it's just a totally different mindset. So I know I'm going to have a interesting time with the slower pace in a smaller town, which is okay, because when I was a kid and throughout my teenage years, I lived in a smaller town and it had a little bit of a slower pace. So getting back into that is going to be different. People are much more relaxed. I'm going into a free state where here in California, it's like, is this legal? Am I going to get a ticket? I'm going to get this. So, but as for like moving out of Los Angeles, it's mixed emotions. Apprehension, because it's a big leap of faith and it's a big step. So yeah, apprehension, a little bit stressful. End of the day, I'm pretty freaking worn out from getting everything set up and doing everything I need to do. Coordinating vehicles and so forth, and getting stuff situated. I mean, I'm pretty much going to be driving down to the U-Haul place or taking Lyft down to the U-Haul place, bringing a 15-footer truck back and loading up the U-Haul and heading out that Friday. So, and hopefully I can get this all done before the sun sets on Friday. I hate driving at night. But anyway, then the following weekend, it's pretty much, sorry, end of the month. Yeah, pretty much that's it. I won't be back in California except maybe on the weekend to clean out the old place and clean it up so I can get my security deposit back. So, apprehension, a little bit stressful, just kind of like it's situated in the new place. Moving to a place where, it's conservative, it's Republican, people believe in the Constitution. I mean, when I pulled up to the house that I looked at and put a payment down, not a payment, but a deposit down on it and filled out all the paperwork, American flags up and down the street. Very nice. Clean streets. It's just totally different. Granted, there's not much green grass because it's all been replaced with rock and stuff because they're trying to conserve water also. But, another reason why I chose this area is I have a gigantic lake called Lake Mead nearby. And there's fish in it. There's the Colorado River. There's a lot more opportunity out there for me to have fun. Business-wise, my job, like I said, is an IT field, so I've checked out Vegas. There's jobs out there just in case. So, but yeah, it's taken me about a year to save up the funds. Save up the funds. Sorry, text message from a friend. Save up the funds and move this along, and also do proper research on the place of where I'm moving to see what the crime is, where to move, where not to move, which areas really suck, and so forth. Check out the weather, check out the employment opportunities, and find a state where there's just no state income tax. I mean, that's a big thing. I mean, that's an instant pay increase for me. That's like an instant raise. and it's nice. So it's going to be interesting, and it's just kind of like when I moved from Canoga Park down to where I'm at right now. I'll just say the South Bay. It was another big leap of faith, and it was just like I needed to get out of this shithole, and it's pretty much it. I made that decision a while back, where about a year ago, where it was just like I've got to get out of here. This place is just driving me nuts. You can't walk anywhere. You can't drive anywhere without having 50,000 or 50 billion people, it seems like, underneath your feet. And just a simple drive down the street to the market can take 25 minutes just because you have to sit through a stoplight 3 or 4 times. So, I don't know. Just throwing it out there. I mean, if you have the option to move, get the hell out of California. It's just not worth it anymore. I mean, the taxes are killing everybody. I mean, you want to open up a business? Oh man, it's just incredible. I mean, I've done it. I've looked at it. Where I'm going, I plan to eventually open up my own business, teach people how to properly shoot. And I know there's a lot of competition out there, but there's also a lot of ignorance. So people, you know, I'm expecting a tough go at it first, but that's not a problem. I'm not going to quit my day job. But anyway, it's just better opportunities, I think. Recreational-wise, business-wise, maybe even job-wise. So, I mean, I'd really like to retire in 15, maybe 20 years, when I'm, around 60, and go and enjoy life. I mean, here in California, it's basically wake up, do the job 8 to 10 hours a day, maybe 12, go back to bed and do it all over again, and struggle to survive, struggle to make ends meet. So it's quality of life. That's the main reason. Plus, on top of it, if SHTF does happen, I think I'm in a state where people are a little more reliant on themselves, but they're also more friendly with their neighbors and want to help their neighbors out and so forth. I mean, everybody I've spoken to where I'm going to has been extremely nice. And I always kind of preface my conversation with, look, I'm moving from Los Angeles, California to here, and no, I'm not a liberal. And they're like, oh, welcome. So, and no, I don't drive a Prius. So they're like, oh, very nice, welcome. And I mean, even my property manager's like, hey, we just go out to the desert here and shoot some skeet and shoot some guns off, and I haven't done that in quite some time, and I'll take you out there. Maybe we can go do that once you're all settled in. So I mean, that's nice. I've figured out finally, after a certain amount of time, you really need to be around people with your own type of mindset, your own beliefs, your own political views, and that's just the way it is. Otherwise, I think, at least for me, it's just really annoying. And people are just generally nicer out there. So, anyway, this is a pretty long video response. I'm sure people are tired of hearing my voice, but anyway, I mean those are my main reasons. Better quality of life, more money in the pocket, among people that have similar political beliefs, similar thoughts, and are just generally more friendly and nicer and want to help you out. So anyway, XCR375 signing off.